Hello everyone, we are live now, and today's session is dedicated for the AR thing that we are going to look into this session. So let us start, and let me share my screen and continue with the session. Okay, so continuing with the very basic thing. First of all, let us see what AR is, and then proceed further with SparkR and SparkR technologies. So AR, what AR is? As Google suggests, AR is an interactive experience of real world experience where the objects that reside in the real world are enhanced by computer generated information. And this is what Google says, but actually, AR is something coming to the simpler terms, AR is something that we use in our daily life and also termed as filters in term of Snapchat and Instagram. So I think all of you might be familiar with AR. So also, if you have used the AR effects and AR filters, do let me know in the chat section. Like I have posted a question. So this is just like a poll for all of you. Now let us wait for a minute. Now continuing further, as most of you know about the Snapchat and Instagram filters, let us see how they are like being accessed and like what are the trends related with AR. So I am going to open a link and let us see further what AR actually is, what are the trends, what can we expect from AR this year. Okay, so AR. AR is being widely usable to customers and more available globally. And we can see from the numbers that at the end of 2020, there were estimated 598 million active AR devices, and now it is projected to increase to 1.73 billion by 2024. So there is a huge advancement in the number of AR ready devices, and the AR market is trending the industry. Now let us see what are the different applications of AR, how AR is being used in the market apart from the Snapchat and Instagram filters. So there are multiple trends. One of them is the smart glasses. So the smart glasses are being used very widely, and like these are the things that will help us see the metaverse as well. As you all have heard about the metaverse, that is the thing coming into the market by Facebook. So smart glasses and all these technologies will help us see use the metaverse thing. And continuing further, movies and TV series, like movies like Avatars, the TV series like The Green Planet hosted by BBC, are all some of the AR inspired thing and AR things that are happening in the market. Even in the field of educations, most of you might have heard about the IIT graduation ceremony. So that is also a AR application. Even AR is being used in designing the theme park rides, the 5D cinema, and even in our mobile technologies like lidar, which is a technology by Apple. So all of these are the applications and uses of AR in the real world. And the applications are not limited to these only. There are multiple other applications as well, and we can explore them as we use the AR. So coming to Spark AR, what Spark AR is? So I will Google down Spark AR and I will open the Spark AR website. Okay, so now this is Spark AR. There are two videos playing on the Spark AR website, and we can see that these are some of the filters that we see on Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook. So, what Spark AR is? Spark AR is a studio which help us to design our AR effects. Okay, so we will be learning how to create our own Spark AR effects in the session today, and now, without wasting time, let me present my screen and show you how we can download the Spark AR, how we can start creating our effects. So after opening the Spark AR website, there is a button to get started. I will go to the get started button, and it will prompt me to download the Spark Studio. Or what I can do, I can scroll down and there is a download now button, and it will automatically pop me to the downloads page. I am sharing the downloads page link to you, and you can use the download button to download the Spark Studio. So the link is in the comment section and it is also visible on the screen. You can download the Spark Studio and run it on your system. So let me share the Spark screen so the Spark Studio is visible to all of you. So this is how the Spark Studio looks like, and this is the basic screen of the Spark Studio. So we will not waste our time, and I will directly open the sharing experience. And as it is the very basic template, and we will be learning things from very beginning, so we will be starting from sharing experience. I will click sharing experience, and it will pop up a new window in front of us. So let us wait for the window to appear. It will take some time depending on the processing speed, and a new window like this will pop up in front of you. Okay, so this is how our Spark Studio will look after we have created our effect. After we have like added some open a new project. Okay, so first of all, to make our work easy with the Spark Studio, I will zoom into the studio. So the shortcut to zooming in is Control and Alt key and dragging mouse from top to bottom. Okay, so I am sharing the shortcut key in the comment section as well. Control plus Alt for zoom, and further I will just rotate it. I will just press the Control key and I can rotate it in any direction. So Control key is for rotation. I am also sharing this shortcut key in the comment section. Control is for rotation, and at last Alt keys for adjusting it top or bottom. Alt is for adjusting it top, bottom, right or left, wherever you want it to be. So you can adjust accordingly however you want it to be. Depending on your screen size, screen resolution, you can use these three shortcuts to adjust them very easily. Alt is for adjustment. Now, coming to the thing that we wanted to create, we want to create a basic filter, and let us see what we will be creating in the filter right now. First of all, we will be adding a logo to the top right corner, and then we will be adding a object that is a 3D object, and I will be showing you how to add a 3D object. And at last, what we will be doing, we will be tracking the object, the 3D objects with the face. So the object will change its position with respect to the head movement. Okay, so this is what we want to achieve. And now proceed, let's proceed further with it. Now I will go to the scene panel, which is on the left, top left corner, and my mouse is currently hovering in the scene panel only. Below the scene panel, there is a add object button. I will go to add object. I will go to the plane and I will insert a new plane. When we insert a plane, black and white boxes appear in front of me, and we don't want a black and white box. So what we will do, we will change the properties of the plane. And to change the properties of the plane, we need to go to the properties section, which is on the right hand side. We can see on the right hand side there is a properties plane, and as the name suggests, it is properties. Under the properties pane, there is a material section, and I will click plus on the material section. So material is like a cover for the plane, and we can cover it with whatever we want. And now material 0 is associated with the plane as mentioned, and a new asset will appear below the scene panel that is named material 0. Now I will select the asset, and after selecting the asset, I can change the properties of the asset like color. Suppose I want it to be like some different color, I can choose a different color. But actually, what we want instead of color, we want a logo. So I will choose a file and I can choose a logo. For example, I am choosing the Reskill Spark logo. Okay. So this is how we add an image. Now I will select the plane once again. And when I select the plane, these three coordinates appear in front of me, and I can use these three coordinates to reposition my object. Suppose I want it to be repositioned here, and the square appearing between the coordinates will also like help us in repositioning by like dragging and dropping it anywhere. Okay. Also, if we want to resize it, because this is somewhat square logo, but I do not want a square, I want a rectangular logo. You can go to the central pane and a third option, which is for resizing. And when you select the third option, the arrows, like these were the arrows earlier, but now they have turned to boxes. So the boxes can help in resizing. Now I can resize them as well, and the logo looks perfect to me. And then I can reposition it as well wherever I want. I am repositioning it here, and Reskill Sparkyard logo is now appearing perfect. Okay, so we have achieved one thing for the effect, that is we have added the image. Now let us add a 3D object. For adding a 3D object, you need to go to the asset section, and on the left of the asset section, there is the option for asset library available. Let me like make the screen full so that the asset library is available in front of you as well. So this is where the asset library option is available. Click on the asset library, and a new asset library will be opened in front of you. So let me share the like asset library, how the AR library is appearing. So this is how the new Spark AR library is appearing when we open the Spark AR like asset library, AR library, and we can search for any of the objects. Suppose you want some of the gifts, as it is a Christmas hackathon, so I want some of the gifts, or New Year. So I will add a stack of Christmas gifts in the screen, and I will click the import free button here. If you are using the Spark Studio for the first time, you need to log in to the studio. But if you are like a regular user, and if you have used it earlier as well, you need not to log in, as it will automatically fetch your data from the cookies. And at last, we will click the done button, and I will close the AR library. Now coming back to the Spark Studio, so we do not see any changes in the Spark Studio even after adding the object, but under the asset section there is a like asset stack of Christmas gift. I will drag and drop the asset between the focal distance and the ambient light, and a stack of Christmas gift will appear on top of the screen. But what the gifts appear are very big, and I want to scale them down. So like I do not want a very huge gift in front of the screen. I just want some of the smaller gift. So I will go to the properties section, which I mentioned earlier. Under the properties there is a transformation section, and under transformation there is a scale section. So I can scale it down. Like suppose I want it to be 5% of its original size, so I will use 0.05, and you can specify your size accordingly. This is the size what I wanted, and you can use this to reposition it as well. And now I have placed the gifts on top of the head. But there is something that is lacking in the effect, is that the gifts are not moving with the head movement. The gifts are currently static, but we want the gift to be like moving with the head movement. So for that, what we need to do, we need to add a face tracker, we need to train a machine learning model, we need to add like track the face somehow, and then associate the face tracker with the gift, and then we can achieve that. So but to simplify the process, what Facebook team has done, it has provided us with a face tracker. So I can go to the add object section, and on the top there is a face tracker, and I will click insert, and a face tracker will appear in front of me. Now what do you see differently? Like these three coordinates have appeared on the screen, and they are moving with the head movement, but the gifts are not even moving with the head movement. So how to do that? So what I will do, I will choose the stack of Christmas gift. I will drag and drop it inside the face tracker zero. So now what we see, that the gifts are moving with the head movement, and even if they are positioned wrongly, what we can do, there is a pause button on the left of the scene panel. I will go to the pause button. I will pause the video. I will align the gifts in accordance to me wherever I want them to be. So this is where I want to align the gifts. So, okay, I have aligned the gift, and now I click the play button, and you can see that the gifts are moving in accordance with the head movement. If the head is moving left, the gifts are left. If the head is right, the gifts are right. So this is how we create a basic AR effect, how we add something, how we track something with the movement, and that is what we can do to create a basic spark AR effect. Okay. So this was about how to create a basic spark air effect. Now let us see how to publish your effects as well over the Facebook team. Okay, so now what we will do, I will go to the file section, and under the file section there is a publish button. So I will go to the publish, and now if you are creating your first effect, or if you are creating a new effect, you can choose the publish new effect button. But if you are updating a effect, you can use the update existing effect button. So as this is my first effect, I will use the publish new effect button, and I will click the upload button here. Now some of the uploading part will take some of the time, and a new web page will be opened in front of us. Okay, so let us wait for it to upload, and then I will show you how to get your effect uploaded. Now the uploading is done, so I can close it, and what I can see, Spark Hub window will be opened. Now let me share the tab of the Spark AR Hub and see what is being prompted to us and what we need to do. So this is a new window that appear in front of us, and it has multiple sections. Like we can give a unique name to our effect, that is testing. Suppose I want texting, and we can publish it over all the platforms. We need to link our Instagram and Facebook account and select the categories like innovative world, AR games, appearance, like whatever. You can select at most four categories. So be a bit more specific what you're creating effect for. And then you can capture a demo video. And after the demo video is captured and a thumbnail is uploaded, you can click the submit button. And as it is mentioned by the Facebook team, that the effects will be reviewed within 5 days of creation of the effect. Okay, so this is how we create a effect, and at last I will press the submit button. After pressing the submit button, you all will get your unique SparkR effect ID and SparkR link that you have to submit on the SparkR website. Okay, so if you have any further question, you can ask in the comment section, or else we can end the session further. Vaishnavi, if you are unable to use the assets from the asset library, what you can do, you can you can create a you can you have to sign in for the Sketchfab first. You need to create your account, and then you will be able to use the Sketchfab. Yeah, the IDs will be available right after the submitting, so you need not to worry about your effect getting published. The ID and the link will be available after the submitting. Saurav, if you are facing any problem in demo video, just make sure open the Spark Studio window, and then it will be showing you there is a button here also, like open in the app. So you need to submit your effect and you can open it.